Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, says Robert Frost's famous verse. And that has made all the difference. I don't start many columns with poetry, but somehow in this case it feels appropriate. A friend at Apptopia, a mobile analytics company, recently asked if I'd be interested in chatting with the CEO of an obscure mediation app that spent no money on marketing but achieved longer session durations than Netflix or Facebook, was adding 15,000 new members every single day, and had 5 times the customer retention of its better-known competitor Calm. That piqued my attention. And the interview with Insight Timer CEO Christopher Plowman did not disappoint. We don't offer anything in exchange, Plowman said about his company's unusual path to profitability in a recent Tech First podcast. There's no return with us. We don't say, if you buy this, we'll give you this. We'll give you happiness, we'll solve your fear of flying, we'll improve your performance in meetings. It's all so transactional, right? That's hardly a usual path to monetization. Insight Timer has about 18 million users, but only a fraction of them pay for the app. Most people selling something, and Insight Timer does have a paid tier of service, won't stop talking about what you'll get in return. Probably informed by the company's mission, the oddity doesn't stop there. Plowman says the goal of Insight Timer is very cheesy, but simple, making people happier. We're not taught happiness, actually, he says. We're taught performance, and we're taught rules and societal agreements, and all these sorts of things. But a lot of this stuff is kind of trained out of us as we get older. Perhaps for that reason, or perhaps thanks to the fact that Insight Timer has set up its own community and social space, Plowman has opted out of most the modern world's social media, saying that Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are incredibly toxic. The toxic part, however, isn't just what you might think. The anger, the self-righteousness, the judgment, the arguments, and the vitriol that thrive on social platforms. It's also the simple nature of social media as an observation platform. We go there, Plowman says, to be observed by others, and therefore fail to participate in their true nature. Or, for that matter, in our own. Listen to the interview behind this story in the Tech First podcast. Meditation, of course, is about the exact opposite. Which is one reason why Insight Timer is setting up a project, with company chairman Bo Shao, who Plowman told me was involved in the recent The Social Dilemma documentary on Netflix, to figure out how to do social right. But meanwhile Plowman is running one of the largest meditation communities on the planet. Unlike most subscription apps, however, Insight Timer doesn't harass its users to spend money on the app.